Hi, and welcome to our Purpose Circles Explained videos. This is number 7. And our Purpose Circles here, they summarize so much of Jesus' heart as He, our Good Shepherd, calls and leads. And they provide some really helpful next steps for us as we listen and follow. We have 3 circles, and in the center we can see Jesus as our why, the centerpiece of our identity, our worship, our purpose. And this is the spark of us continually being transformed by God's grace in the center of who we are. And this then flows out into the second circle. And this is how we live with life-giving patterns that fuel the Jesus fire. These are lifestyles that allow God's deep work of spiritual formation in us. And then we flow into the outer circle, and this is what kingdom fruitfulness looks like through us as we run our race. This is God moving powerfully through us for the sake of others. This is video 7 of 8, and we are focusing on Go Beyond plus 1. And this is one of 3 elements in our outer circle here, and again is a part of what kingdom fruitfulness looks like. I want you to think of the Father's heart. The Father's heart as He looks upon the face of the earth, and His heart of love, of longing, His heart beating for us and leaning into all people. And I want you to also see how He could see so much pain and loss and brokenness and hopelessness in so many. And God's overwhelming desire to see people connected to Him, to discover His love and His grace and wholeness and freedom and blessing in Him. And then the Father thinks to Himself, hey God, hey, I've got an idea. I know what I'll do. I'll choose a bunch of people from all over the world, also radically different from each other, but I'll unite them under the name and in the victory of my Son. And I'll fill those people with my power. I'll fill them with my love and with hope and with joy through the indwelling presence of the Holy Spirit. And they can be my ambassadors. They can represent my love. They can go on my behalf. They can be the tangible reference point for my love on earth. And this call comes to us, to the followers of Jesus. And what a call, what a responsibility, man. What a holy privilege. And this is the heartbeat of the whole outer circle, but particularly here, this Go Beyond plus 1. And if you're newer with us, firstly, welcome. Secondly, Beyond is a big deal around here, and Beyond, or Go Beyond, is the name of our local, regional and global missions efforts. And for over 45 years in our church, we've been active in this, and we've seen over 10 churches planted, over 100 missions trips, thousands of hours of prayer for our local, regional and global community, thousands of hours of community service, over $7 million given, and only heaven will know the number of lives and eternities impacted. Beyond is a program, but it's so much more than that for us. It's a way of intentionally living out God's heart and love for people. And now this plus 1 term here, what it represents is intentionally engaging with a person who's distant from Christ in a way that helps them take a step closer to Him. It's about training ourselves to live in a place of anticipation and readiness for these plus 1 moments with people that we are doing life with. And this plus 1 framework, it helps take the pressure off us all needing to be these crazy evangelists that maybe we're not gifted to be, and feeling like we should be able to spend 5 minutes with someone and have them wowed, convicted, repentant, delivered, and transformed into a red-hot Christ follower all in that moment. Let's just be ready and open for plus 1 moments. So go beyond. +1. There's no higher call. No higher call. And why it's so important is because it's representing God's heart, and why it's so challenging is because there's so much happening in our busy lives. And one thing we've got to do is keep moving from a place of good intention to intentional action. From good intention to intentional action. And so what's your next action step here with Go Beyond +1? Love you to head to our Purpose Circles, c3hh.com.au/purpose, and click on Go Beyond +1. And there are some really helpful next steps for you. There's our prayer liturgy to help fuel God's heart of love inside of us. And there are community +1 opportunities and links to all of our Beyond initiatives. And there's our favorite daily reading plans and books and podcasts that can pour into you so you can continue to pour into others. And so come on, together, let's dive in. Jesus gives life to the full. Let's live it and share it.